Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. 45 years ago, the first Extension Master Gardener program started at Washington State University. Today, there are more than 100,000 Master Gardeners in all 50 states, and that includes the more than 3,000 Vermonters who've taken the course since it started here in 1991. Registration is now open for the 2019 Master Gardener course, and this afternoon we're going to learn a little bit more about it. We'll meet 3 Vermonters who've taken the course and hear about their experiences. To begin, I want to welcome the program's statewide coordinator, Brett Halverson, and Brett is with the first of our Master Gardeners, Carol Holmquist of Burlington. Thanks so much for coming in.
It's good to be here, thanks.
Carol, maybe you could start us off by telling us how you got interested in the Master Gardener program.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for having us on to talk about the Master Gardening program. I took the program in 2014, and for me, it was a real chance to move from being an avid vegetable and flower gardener into one that was much more informed. I knew what I liked to grow, and I knew, why I was successful some of the time, but I didn't really understand the plant pathology or the botany of what was behind all of that. So the program gave me an opportunity to really understand all that. It also gave me a chance to really focus in on creating a sustainable garden, which it turns out is pretty important here in Vermont as we're looking at things that make our climate change temperature-wise, rain-wise. It's really important to understand how to create a sustainable garden.
And what do you mean by sustainable? It's just plants that will survive the different swings in temperatures?
Well, that and maybe low water use and careful pest management use as well. So
who do you think should take the Master Gardener course and why?
Well, one of the great things about the course is that it's geared in such a way that people who've been gardeners for quite a while and people who are just about ready to start can use the course both adequately, because the readings and the lectures are such that everybody gets something out of it at the level that they're ready to engage. So I think it's really important. And, the coverage of the topics, can put you, it's not just gardening your vegetable plot, it's also trees and shrubs and, how to manage soil and, a lot of different aspects of really what makes a garden successful. So I think it's really important. And now that the whole course is online, it's really, something that works for a lot of people that perhaps weather would have been an issue before in snowy Vermont, and now you can do this from the, from your own, home, and so it works out really well for an awful lot of people.
So, Brett, when is this class offered?
So it's a 16-week course, and the first day is January 18th, and it goes until May 10th. And registration closes on the 16th, and students generally have access to the materials for 2 months after the end of the course, so usually until July.
And so as a follow-up to some of Carol's comments, what are some of the topics that the course does cover?
Well, it's very comprehensive. The list of courses includes soil science, composting, landscape design, vegetable gardening, plant pathology, lawn care, tree and woody plant care, annuals and perennials, botany, entomology, growing fruits and vegetables, landscaping for pollinators, and fruit tree care and pruning.
And so what do the students have to do? What's expected of them?
So the students should expect to spend about 3 or 4 hours a week on the course, and they're doing most of it on their own time. So they're doing the reading, they're watching the lectures ahead of time, and they're posting a discussion question on the website. And then there's an optional Q&A session with the instructors every week, and that's using an online system called Zoom. And you can see the instructors and dive deeper into the topics. And if you're not able to make those sessions, that's okay. You can always watch the recordings later on. And in general, students should have access to an up-to-date computer to do the course, the up-to-date version of Microsoft Office. They should also be comfortable navigating the internet and using email.
And so, does this sound a little intimidating to some people as far as some of the topics? I know I'm having sort of a bad science flashback.
Right. It does sound intimidating, but I think it, like Carol said, it is something that people who are beginners can start and learn more, and it's also great for people who know a little bit more and want to dive in deeper. I think we're able to cover all bases.
And how did you find the course, Carol? Did you find it at all intimidating or tough, or?
Not at all. And the reason is that the material is meant to engage you in such a way that you can take away kind of based on the level you're already at. So if you want to dive deeper, there are ways to do that, but the core matter is fairly non-technical, and you can apply it right away. And I found that, you know, as a person who loved to garden, I could take the material home and put it right to work. So.
And also, too, it sounds like you can sort of go at your own pace to a certain extent.
Right, yeah. You do follow a schedule every week. If you're doing the track 1, which is the track where you're going into volunteering after the course and doing your 40 hours of volunteer service. And same if you're doing the other track, which is the track 2 option, which you're following a schedule week to week, but you're not doing the volunteering at the end. However, we do offer an option if people are really busy and they want to do it at their own pace. They can just pay to access the materials and then do sort of more of a self-paced, self-learning option.
Tell me a little bit about the volunteering at the end. What kinds of things do people volunteer to do?
All sorts of different things. Folks work all over the state on different projects, and those are led by master gardeners who are already certified and have lots of experience. And they range from doing presentations at schools or in the community on gardening to teach others about sustainable gardening techniques, to working at historical gardens to maintain those and teach people about the plants that different people in the past used for different purposes. They work at school gardens, teaching kids about how to grow their own veggies. They help community gardens get started, and they work on composting projects at community gardens. So there's a whole range of different options depending on what you like to do.
And what was your volunteer experience?
My first one was putting together a research base for putting a pollinator garden together, so that we had a list of things that we were planting and the pollinators that related to those. So it was an opportunity for me to do something that I really enjoyed, you know, that had to do with pollinator gardens. But then I've also worked on the hotline, I call it a hotline, but it's actually considered a helpline. So when people call in with a gardening question, so I've worked on that for the last couple of years.
And what kind of questions do you get?
Oh my goodness, everything you can possibly imagine, from what's eating my plant to, you know, how do I plant this, how do I grow this, you know, what do I do, how do I manage in a tough season when it needs water and I don't have enough water to really go out and, you know, water an entire garden every single day. So lots and lots of questions come in.
So how can someone, Brett, learn more about the topics that we've been talking about?
So all the information about the course is available online. Again, it starts on January 18th, and you can go to our website. It's uvm.edu/mastergardener. You can also reach us by phone at 802-656-9562.
And once again, who should be interested in taking this course, or what should people be thinking about if they're interested in taking this course?
Like I said, it's accessible to anybody that has a computer, who's interested in the topics, and it's, like I said, very broad and comprehensive and covers a lot of different areas. So really, it's open to anybody that's interested.
Well, terrific. Joining us now are 2 more Vermont graduates of the Extension Master Gardener program. Bob Kessner is from South Burlington and Middlebury, and Judy Miro is from Randolph Center. It's nice to see both of you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Judy, tell us about volunteering in the Master Gardener program. What type of volunteering did you do?
Oh my gosh. So I became a Master Gardener. I took the program in 2009, became a Master Gardener in 2010, and I've done quite an array of volunteer work. I started out on the Master Gardener helpline, and after a couple of years, I then continued the helpline work, but I've been doing it through emails at home in the evenings and on weekends, and have been continuing that ever since. It's been wonderful. I'm also doing volunteer work, and so that the email helpline, helps Vermonters throughout the state. But then I do chapter work as well. So I'm with the Central Vermont chapter, as I'm in Orange County. So we do all kinds of work there too. I've run the Ask a Master Gardener table at my local farmers markets. I've done that for a while. I've helped do our annual plant sale work for our chapter to raise money. I've helped with anytime I can, I jump in on any local project at our chapter, particularly the State House Gardens, maintaining those, and the Kellogg Hubbard Library Gardens as well, two really big projects. And also volunteering again statewide work with the state conference.
Wow, good for
which is
you.
coming out.
Do you have to do anything to maintain your certification?
Absolutely. It's not much, though, not as much as you'd think. It's only 25 hours a year that we ask, 5 of which can be educational hours. We have to report those hours every January. And we ask our volunteers for a small certification fee of $25, and that goes towards supplying volunteer equipment and for the volunteers and for advanced trainings, as well as supplies and outreach for other projects around the state.
Well, terrific. Bob,
Yeah.
tell us more about some of the benefits that certified Master Gardener volunteers enjoy.
Well, when I first started out, I received mentorship from a wide variety of gardeners throughout the state. And this included fielding calls from master gardeners, with master gardeners. And these were people throughout the state who needed help and assistance in their gardening questions and stuff like that. It was great, absolutely great.
And terrific. And so you were talking about people who have all different kinds of levels of experience, too.
That's correct. That's correct. And yeah, it's all over the lot, actually. You find that there are a lot of people with a lot of the similar problems that you have, or that we have, and it's a great benefit to everybody. So it's a lot of fun.
Terrific. Brett, who teaches in the Master Gardener program, and what is the cost?
So the modules are taught by UVM and Cornell faculty with the help of green industry experts. And the cost is $425, which is about $30 per class if you decide to do the volunteering track and go on and do your 40 hours of volunteering after the course. And it's $475 if you choose to just do the class itself and receive your certificate of home horticulture, and that's about $40 per class.
And so you also get donations and so forth from groups as well.
Yeah, we do. We receive a great donation, very generous donation from Gardener Supply Company, and that goes towards partial scholarships that we offer from our state office for those who are interested in the volunteer track. And we also accept grants from several other organizations, AmeriCorps, the Vermont Student Assistance Corps, and the Vermont Department of Labor. And then we also have some local garden clubs and chapters that offer scholarships. There's the Middlebury Garden Club offers a scholarship for residents in their area to take the class who want to go on and volunteer. And then the Bennington Master Gardener chapter also offers the same opportunity for somebody in their area who wants to go on and volunteer.
Terrific. Well, Bob, what do you like best about being Master Gardener?
Well, I love helping people identify a lot of the same problems that we all have, whether it's insects or soil or maintenance or whatever. And it's great to just share those experiences. Gardeners are great people anyway, and they love helping each other. They love sharing information. And so it's a win-win situation across the board where you really kind of help each other on an ongoing basis. And it's a great learning experience, frankly.
And how about for you, Judy?
Oh, for me, it started when I was a kid, too. When I was 9 years old, I made the first phone call to the extension. Seriously, and I asked about a mulberry tree that I had planted, and it was getting a little out of hand for our backyard. And so my dad said, well, let's make the call and see what we need to do, and we'll transplant it to the local school and donate it. And the gentleman on the other end of the line was so amazing and helpful. I hung up the phone and looked at my dad and I said, wow, I want to do that one day. Like, I want to be that helpful person. And so I just got hooked right away. And I just helping other people with gardening, whether it's indoor plants, vegetables, perennials, annuals, fruit trees, whatever it is, it's just so great to share the knowledge. It really is.
It always amazes me how attached people are to their plants.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yes, it is.
Before we run out of time, can you remind viewers, Brett, how they can get more information about the program?
Yeah, sure. They can go to our website for more information about the 2019 course. And our website is uvm.edu/mastergardener. And they can also give us a call at our office. And our number is 802-656-9562.
And any question you're willing to answer.
Yes, and we do have a garden helpline as well. And as we mentioned, there's great volunteers who are available to answer questions.
Well, terrific. As we've mentioned, enrollment is now open through January 16th. We want to thank everyone for being with us today, and thank you for joining us. That's our program. I'll see you again next time on Across the Fence.